everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Smashing Skull Sessions. And again, a very special one because this is the second edition of my Dunk Specials. Before we go any further, I want to mention our main sponsor, which is Rising Suns Brewery, based here right in Cork. Fantastic beers, lads. If you're ever in the city, come and check it out. Right, so here we are, guys. I'm after getting three bands on for the second and final Dunk Special. I'm delighted to welcome Paddy from A Bury Let's See. I have Grace and Alfonso from Indignu, and I have Geert and Christophe from Huracan. You're all very welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for the invitation, Pat. This is great. We're very pleased and honored to be here, and especially with everyone here.
Thanks, Grace. Cheers. Right, lads, I suppose first question anyway. Congratulations to you all on getting the shout from Dunk. Tell me, how does it come about? How does Luke or Voot get in touch with you, lads? How did it happen? Paddy, kick us off there.
Why did we? No, it was we were doing our own headline tour, and then we got asked to play it, and then we were actually. I think we might have been playing a different day. And then So I Watch You From Afar asked us to go on tour with, and so then we had to switch the day. So I think it was a mix of. We got asked and then we had to change the day. So it was Jen's, our agent, kind of sorted that out. But it's definitely been like a little bucket list festival that I guess every band within the genre would like to play, you know.
Brilliant. What about yourselves, Grace and Alfonso? As I mentioned earlier there before we came on, I know you've been there back in 2014.
Yeah,
which is nearly a decade ago, which is hard to believe, isn't it?
Don't mention it. It was a
I
while
know,
ago.
yeah. So tell me, how did it come about this year?
Well, this year it was kind of a dream come true again. Actually, every time it happens, it is truly on. It's what happens, and it's how it feels. And then, well, there was an extra element to this, equation, because our album was released by Dunk Records, right?
Of course it was. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was quite natural to, maybe drop the line and say, hey, I mean, we in a while, and we're now we're a part of the roster, and the language is evolved, and we feel like it would be just such a pleasure to just join you guys again for the next.
Fantastic.
And they were like, of course, yeah, let's go, let's do this. Yeah.
Brilliant. I'll take this opportunity, lads, to introduce Ivo. He just arrived.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Nice to see you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Right, getting back to yourselves, lads. Geert and Christophe, tell me, I know you're also on the Dunk roster. You've been impressed.
We've known Dunk for quite some years. They're actually pretty close by. I think it's 15 minutes by car. Yeah. And we're at their headquarters. So we've known them for a long time, and we released a record last year, and we asked them very politely if they would like to press it. And they said, we won't even only just press it, but we'll release it for you. And we did a show at their headquarters in a small setting in November.
Okay.
And they came back to us that night and they said, well, you're playing Dunk Festival in May, so I think that's how it came about.
Brilliant. I mean, Geert, even if they didn't, you were only 15 minutes away, so you were going to turn up anyway, weren't you?
Probably, yeah.
With all your equipment, just backing up the van into the back. So tell me, how do any of you know each other? I know Paddy and Alfonso and Grace, you've also met through touring together. Anybody else? Any other connections that I need to know about, lads? No?
Oh, sadly, no, not yet. Well,
not yet.
It's a good day for introductions.
Well, again, you just said it there, Grace, not yet anyway, because we have this festival to look forward to, and I mean, new friends, new possibilities. I mean, is this where you meet bands, and is this where you sort of plan and try and organise gigs and events? Is it a good opportunity for you as bands?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course, but we don't. I heard Paddy talk about an agent. We don't have an agent, so we only have ourselves and of course our label.
Okay.
But they don't take care of gigs, so that's how we do it, by going to other gigs, meet people, and hoping that we have a connection and that people just happens naturally and organically.
Paddy, I suppose it's a small bit different. Paddy, for the likes of yourselves, been whether it be in the UK or Ireland, you know, you're in Ireland basically. It's harder to make plans, isn't it?
But what's your name? Sorry again. You just spoke.
Geert.
Geert.
Geert. Yeah, well, like Geert said, like for a burial, we self-booked hers for a number of years, and then you just get picked up. I guess the more shows you do and the more eager you are, the more noise you make, the more will come to you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a very small scene with extremely passionate people, so it's got its advantages when you want to self-book a tour, because people are always there to help out at any capacity. Do you know what I mean?
That is something special about this scene, isn't it? I keep saying it at every single interview I do with bands, you know, this post-rock scene, this post-metal scene, whatever you want to call it. Everybody looks out for everybody, don't they? Everybody is a friend. And I suppose you'll see that Dunk now at the weekend that comes. Bands chat with fans chat with bands, roadies, fucking the staff. Everybody is just one big happy family. It's a great event. And I think it sort of shows the scene, this music scene that we're in, lads. You'd all agree? It's a very...
For sure, yeah. And even promoters are just, there's something genuinely curious about, like, hearing out the new stuff. Who are these kids? What are they from? Like, do you recommend anybody? What are you listening to? And then we just, like, there's this big network of creativity flowing, right? Like, I think, and promoters, we know some, and promoters like Wood are very, very... their job is very noble, because they actually, like, they reach out their hands for new stuff, and that's really remarkable. Like they're not lazy at all. Like they study. No. So this is wonderful, I think.
Eva, I might as well give you a chance to speak at the moment, because we sort of took over there. Yes. Are you looking forward to Dunk yourself?
Yeah, it's my first time playing in Dunk. I know the guys have already played in 2014, I think. And there are a lot of bands that I really like, and I'm really looking forward to go. Yeah, I kind of know the city quite well, because I spent a great amount of time in Belgium, so I kind of know what goes around there. Yeah, but I'm really looking to play there. Yeah.
This is very useful. I didn't know that.
We already have an official tour guide. Have we, Ivo, and yourself?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's special for Ivo. It's a second time for me and Grace. For Ivo, first time. And it's like Ivo, Dunk Festival, it's a dream come true 2 times for me. It's amazing. But the first time, it's the first time. And for Ivo, it's...
I was actually looking at your YouTube clip, Alfonso, actually, of that show back in 2014. It was incredible. Like, I mean, the atmosphere at that show was something special, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Again, we're in a different environment here now with Ghent, obviously the new surroundings, you know. So that's something that's going to be new for everybody, lads, isn't it?
It's going to be new, yeah, for sure. And we're different people, and the project is different, the music is different, everything's evolved. So it feels like it's the first time.
Something new, yeah. Yeah, in 9 years ago, we started the concert with hesitation and grow, and it's my favorite gig with Indignu in the final. It's in my memory the final gig in Dunk.
Yeah,
it was great for me in the stage.
Yeah, the last bit was amazing, but we were so scared. We were so nervous.
This time it's the same situation, because play in the festival that you really love, it's every nervous and anxious and normal things for a musician that we play.
And that respects the show, right? We respect it so much.
The moment,
it feels like, oh, wow, it's really happening. So how am I supposed to do this?
But you see, this is the thing. Like, I mean, it's probably the biggest crowd that you'll ever play in front of. Would I be right? So far to date, we'd say, for all bands.
We're talking. For example, this year we're playing at a very, very big crowd in a festival. It's just not a post-rock festival. It's not or the genre is not so niche, but it's going to be massive, I think. So it is scary. But
Yeah.
it's just that people are not there to listen to this kind of, like, they don't understand the language that well, so it's not the same at Dunk.
The Portuguese Coachella.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the Portuguese Coachella, exactly.
Yeah, but in the lineup, Explosives in the Sky in lineup too.
And Black Midi and Lord, I think, and
Nice.
those kind of artists.
Interesting. What about yourselves, Geert and Christophe? Is this the biggest event yet?
It's actually we've played Dunk Festival before, and do you remember the years? I think 2000.
I think it was 15,
15 and 18.
and 18. So we've played 2 times already.
Wow.
Okay.
But this year it's totally different, of course, because when they brought the news last year that the festival would not be at the original site, but it would be at Vooruit, or which is called 404 now.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Oh, that's too bad," because it's such a friendly environment. It's in the woods. You have that stage in the woods, which is very nice. You have the building in the center when you can just where the mamas and the nephews and everybody are cooking the food, and
That's right.
and it's totally different. But the Vooruit is a really, really cool building.
It is beautiful, yeah.
It has its own atmosphere, so it's different. But I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I was there last year myself. At last year's Dunk, and again with a bit of apprehension because it's a new venue, and like you said, Geert, like the forest stage and that whole environment at Zottegem was really unique and really special.
Yeah.
But I have to say, lads, this venue, the architecture inside there, the sound, the lighting, it's going to be insane, lads. It is. Paddy, what about yourself? I know you're touring with, and so I watch you from afar. So you've probably been used to big crowds, am I right? Or have they been this big?
I don't even know what stage we're playing at Dunk or anything like that. I mean, we don't play that big show, so it's like with other projects, I would play big shows. But this is my little baby to do whatever the fuck I want.
Well, I know like there's nothing overlaps here at Dunk, so I mean everybody that's there are going to come and see every band as best they can. So
yeah, I really hope we're doing like 14 or 15 shows, headline shows around Europe before we join that tour. So it'll be good to see the difference from the previous tour, because we done Scandinavia in Europe in 2021 November, just in that weird time where you could actually tour and borders were closing during COVID. I think that would have been one of the last ever lockdowns, but it'll be really cool to see what the turnouts and the ticket sales are like. So, and
during that lockdown period, Paddy, were people still turning up that time when you were gigging?
Yeah, like in Scandinavia especially, like the crowds were like, it was almost full house every night. Right. Like considering, but as you went into mainland Europe, the news broke that there was going to be a lockdown, so they were still really well attended, but you could tell that there was a weird buzz about the shows. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Has anybody else had that experience playing in between COVID times and in between restrictions?
Yeah, we played a few shows with seated people, so it was a strange feeling. Yeah.
No, but we also had like a couple of opportunities. Maybe the one in Rivoli, a theater, where it was live streamed. So it was different.
It's online, two online live.
Two live shows. Yeah,
man with the camera
to play for empty chairs.
It's not.
But it is. I think it's part of the story. It's okay. It's something. Yes.
Yeah.
We had this weird experience that I don't know. I don't really know a lot about games, but there was it was a live streaming, but we were on stage, and people could follow. Of course, could follow the stream, but it was they could follow with the avatar, so could log into a platform and go into the game, and it would go to the stage, and we would be in this huge stage, but actually we were in a small venue, and
class. That's sick.
We saw the screen, we saw the people or all the avatars looking at us. And when the song was finished, they could I mean, they could like do some fireworks or clapping.
Brilliant.
But because it was they could sit on a llama, but because it was on a game platform, they started shooting each other, and there were some annoying people that joined, and it turned.
Oh, for God's sake, stop.
It turned out wrong.
I was just about to say, have we all been replaced like by artificial
No.
intelligence here? Is today I'm going to a gig gone? Like, brilliant. I suppose I got a few tracks I want to get through, obviously, because I want to play one from each of you. So look, I'm going to kick off here, lads, with Bury Lassie. Paddy, this is from your self-titled album. Tough to pick a track. So what did I go with? I had it written down somewhere. Oh yeah, I went with Lightning Blanket, Paddy, because it just embraces everything. There's post-metal in there. There's a bit of sort of doomy intro, I think, and then you have the brass, the chanting. It's fucking got everything, lads. So here's a Bury, let's see. Here's Lightning Blanket, and see what you think of this, guys.
The sun it shines across the pines, a place I call my own. With tired eyes I watch the tide, a place that I go home. The sun it shines across the pines, a place I call my own. With tired eyes I watch the tide, a place that I go home. The sun it shines across the pines, a place I call my own. With tired eyes I watch the tide, a place that I go home. The sun it shines across the pines, a place I call my own. Tired eyes I watch the tide, a place that I go home. The sun it shines across the pines, a place I
So there you have it, guys. That is a Bury, let's see. Paddy's the man. That is Lightning Blanket. Paddy, what a fucking track, man. I mean, I suppose everyone's going to agree here. To hear that live is going to be amazing. Like, it really will. It's going to get the place absolutely rocking. Like, give me a bit of background to this album, the self-titled album. Tell me about it. The brass, anyway. Obviously, beautiful touch. I love it. I love brass and music.
Yeah, we like that.
Yeah. Tell me the concept behind the album, the artwork.
We all met. All five of us who wrote, or three of us wrote, or four of us wrote the record, and we all met at music school in Liverpool. Whenever that was kind of wrote, so it took us about 2 years to write.
Okay.
But we originally had an EP that was out that had one track off that album as well, or maybe two. But one time in practice, Joel, our ex-guitar player, Joel, he brought the trumpet in one time, and just like, we're like, you've never told me you've like played trumpet ever.
Did you forget your guitar?
But he played guitar and trumpet as well.
Okay.
But me and Dara wrote half of Lest We Remember, and he wrote the other half, like the outro, the big horn part. But that's how horns were introduced to that record, from him just randomly bringing a trumpet into practice. And like, Joel's a bit of a wizard in all instruments. His mother and father are both music teachers.
Okay.
So he can play everything. But he just brought it in, and
I came across a great description, Paddy, when I was actually just going through your music there, and I don't know who described it as this, but add 2 horns to your band and you become trumpet corps. A buried at sea is described as the outsiders of outsiders in experimental rock. That's brilliant, isn't it?
I don't know who wrote that, but it's pretty spot on. Like
It's pretty spot on. It is, yeah. Guys, would you be familiar with the Buried at Sea's music? I know you, Grace and Alfonso, you toured together.
Now suddenly I want to add the brass to the next album, obviously.
Just after hearing that, yeah.
Yeah, the brass gives a very happy, positive feeling.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's like it makes you vibrate immediately. Yeah, it was intense.
You're not going to let us down, Paddy. That is going to be played, yeah.
Funny enough, we
whoa.
we haven't played that, and we played it on our 3 tours ago, but we were actually bringing it in for this tour. So
cool.
it was fate. It's going to be the first song we play.
Is it the first song?
First song.
Geez, that's going to get the place up in a heap. It's going to be brilliant. Brilliant.
Okay.
Guys, I just want to talk about touring a bit there because we're touching on it already. The lads at Huracan, other than Dunk, have you a tour lined up? Are you playing some gigs before and after Dunk, or is it literally, as I mentioned earlier,
for us, it's
park the bus and come in?
It's we have 2 shows in the week before Dunk.
Okay.
But because we couldn't be more local than Dunk, because the headquarters is 15 minutes by car, but the venue is like 15 minutes by foot. So it's just we don't have a tour, but we have 2 gigs before, just to get in shape a bit for this gig.
Actually, just saying, Christophe, you probably don't even need a tour bus. You can actually carry your equipment. They're so close.
Yeah, it's a bit heavy to carry for.
There's plenty of people. There's 800 people to give you a hand anyway. There's no issue.
Yeah, we could try that.
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
Grace and Alfonso and Ivo, tell me, lads, what are you doing before and after Dunk? Have you some gigs?
Dunk.
And the next concert is Dunk. And
the upcoming one is Dunk. Yeah, we have a few after, and we also played
in Portugal
last week. No, it was 2 weeks ago. No, it was last week in Leon.
Last week we went
to Spain in Leon. Yeah, it was
nice.
Yeah, it was great.
And it's great.
We barely slept. The city is amazing. It was so nice. And but the upcoming one is Dunk. Yeah, so
brilliant.
We have a concert. Sorry.
No, sorry. Go ahead, Grace. Go ahead.
After that one, we have a couple of concerts, and we have a special one. We think it's very special. For us, it's very special because it's the first time we're playing with a Philharmonic.
Oh,
all right.
So it's going to be
art, but special, yeah.
Very special.
Because many musicians, and you write.
We have to compose. We had
for musicians.
Yeah. Wow, is there a lot of homework goes into that one event?
Yeah.
45 musicians.
We're going to be 45 on stage.
Wow. Yeah. I take it it's going to be recorded, lads, is it?
You have to come. You need to come.
All right, to come, Eva, exactly, man. Where is it, by the way?
It's in Bragança. It's a small town in the border with Spain in the north.
Okay.
I can send you the details.
Do it's possible. That journey Spain isn't too far away, Paddy, is it? Jesus. Surely Ryanair must be landing close by.
Well, there are a couple of airports, like Vigo is close by, or you can come to Porto, you can go with us. We can fit you in the van.
Sorry, join you, no bother. I'll just tell the wife and kids I'm gone for a few weeks, yeah. Ivo, tell me, since you joined the band, how long are you with Indignu? Tell me.
2 years, I think. No?
Yeah.
2 years, yeah. The time passes by really fast.
Yeah. How did that come about? How did you get to join the lineup?
Well, I don't remember properly the situation, but I know that Grace sent me a message just to see if I wanted to try to rehearse with them, because their drummer quitted the band. And at the time, I knew it's a really fun thing, because I saw them play live like a couple times. And the last time I saw them play live, I said to myself, I don't really like this band. And then they sent me a message, and I knew that they were with good people. And the agency, the booking agent, it is a person that I really loved since kid, even though I haven't met him before. So it was an easy decision because the band was a bigger project than my other bands. So I tried. I never say no to anything. So I came in. I stayed. Yeah.
And tell me, what style of music would you have played before? Was this something different? To say that you weren't too keen on it to begin with.
It was
No,
different.
I like post rock and I love post rock, but that concert didn't hit me. I don't know.
So basically,
yeah.
basically didn't like the drummer.
You can say if you want.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of.
We appreciate the honesty here, Ivo. This is brilliant. This is great. So
Yeah, I play rock and jazz and fusion and hip hop. I like everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a problem for me. I like music.
Exactly. Come here, this whole Dunk weekend. Geert and Christophe, obviously you're locals. Like, will you be staying around for the whole weekend, taking all the bands in, or have we a schedule we need to sort of stick with?
I don't know. Are we on the guest list? I haven't bought any tickets, to be honest. So I'm not sure if we can be on the guest list for the whole weekend.
I'm probably going to be there on Friday and Saturday, but not on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does everybody know when they have to play?
Are we
What
playing
day?
on the same day, actually, or not?
Oh,
We're on the 18th.
Yeah.
we're the 19th.
19.
Paddy sort of nodding. Does he know? Does he know?
I think it's the 19th.
19th is a.
Yeah.
Are you going to hang around, Paddy? Are you going to stay around for the weekend, or do you have to move on? Oh, you're in the middle of a gig and our tour, aren't you?
I don't know where we go next, but I know we have a show the day after, and then a show on the Sunday as well, and then Monday would be the day off. But I assure you, I will be getting absolutely smashed with friends like Alfonso and people who it's a great place to see friends, and you've kept in contact for a few years. And
exactly. I'm going to play the second track, guys. This is a track from Huracan. Again, trying to pick a track, lads, from that album. That album absolutely fucking slays. Like, it is, I don't know, it's infectious. There's a groove to it. These chugging riffs, the mixture of different vocals. It has everything, and it's just refreshing. That's what I have to say about this album. So look, I just went with the first track. I think We Are Very Happy, and Jesus, we will be on that night when you play it. I'm sure of that. Here you go, guys. Have a listen to this and see what you think.
We
track. What a track, lads. We are very happy. That's from Huracan. This fucking next month, May, lads. Be sure to check them out if you're going to don't miss that show. That's going to be something else. Guys, the vocals, tell me who does what, because it's brilliant to see such a varied vocal range, you know. It doesn't become the one sound all the time.
I think we all do vocals on that song, except you.
Yeah, there's only one guy that doesn't do vocals, and it's me. And Christophe is the one that can keep tone.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
scream.
I do the clean vocals, the drummer and the bass player do the grunting and the other stuff.
Jeez, it is fantastic. Again, like I asked Paddy, lads, the concept behind the album, because for a, I don't know, we call it, I don't know what to call it. I don't want to be pigeonholing your sound, but this post scene anyway, this post metal sound, the artwork, which is just here, lads, it's very different to what you normally see at a post band. Tell me about it.
Well, it's a bit special because we were struggling in a bit about thinking about what we should do. We had contact with some people, but it didn't work out. And then we just got into contact again with Simon.
Mhm.
He's actually a guy that I've known like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. And he's a graphical artist, but he's even back then, his eyesight is deteriorating. So he's going blind very slowly.
Okay.
So his art is also getting more and more simple, I would say. And the smiley is like, for him, the inspiration there is like a dot, but like when you have to, I forget the name, but when you read and you're blind, you'll have the
Braille. Yeah.
Braille. So everything, well, his art is around all the Braille lately, like the last.
Okay.
So he drew all those things by hand. He made several smileys. So well, that's the thing. It's Simon. It looks very simple, but there's a lot of thought behind it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's just his expression of what he feels with our music.
Brilliant.
So
It's great. It's great to get an insight into stuff like that, Geert. Like I really think it is, you know. Guys, getting back to Dunk and playing at festivals and everything, who are you most looking forward to seeing playing this year, lads? Who's top of your list to make sure you don't miss? We go clockwise, I suppose. There, look, we'll go with Paddy there first.
God, I've never seen God as an Astronaut, so I'd love to see them.
No way.
Let me see Caspian.
Yeah,
Be great.
something special. Yeah.
I'm trying to think, is there any like just a wee bit smaller bands that would like Indignu? I'd love like I've never seen Indignu, so I can't wait to see that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've been friends with Alfonso we met in 2018, so I'll be
Okay, so you got together on a different project completely.
So
Okay, sorry, I had that wrong in my head. So okay.
yeah, his Alfonso opened up for 2 shows in our first European tour and 2 of our Portugal shows, or three Portugal shows.
2
Okay.
Porto e Aveiro.
Yeah,
And 2 yeah. Porto was special.
yeah.
I can forgot the show because Graça play with the
Yeah.
band Paddy at Reality C and was special. I don't know it. I recorded this night on my mind.
Mhm.
And I really like it. Paddy is like a brother of my friend, and
Yeah.
special for me. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Big time.
What about yourself, Grace? I suppose all 3 of you, Grace, Alfonso, and Evo. Who are you looking forward to seeing?
Well, last time we were lucky to, have seen some bands, and last year we played at Amplifest. We also saw Caspian. I saw Amin,
Nice.
although the concert of Amin Ra was acoustic.
I don't.
Yeah, it was great, but I can never have enough of mono, seriously, and this is my guilty thing. I was never enough, and I'm again looking forward to seeing Jo Quill, and now that she's playing with God is an Astronaut, it's going to be great. We've seen Nine, so I watch it from afar quite a few times. It's always an experience. But I'm looking forward very, very much to see you, Paddy, because I've been listening to your music, so I want to see it.
Right.
And I'm also
the
so
front day.
excited.
It's the next day. I don't.
It's on the 19th.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah, it's a
unlucky,
problem.
apparently.
It's a
Yes.
problem.
So, and also Glaston, because we've been in touch with Glaston for a while now, and I'm excited to just meet the guys and see
Oh yeah.
every single band here.
Exactly. Grace, you were going to speak for the next hour there, mentioning all the bands, I'd say, because everybody's worth seeing.
Yeah.
You know, there's no one band like sticks out, I suppose. Everybody's worth to watch from experience at Dunk. Like, Alfonso, drop me a name or two there while you're here.
Yeah, I would like A.H. Williams.
Yeah.
And we lost the sea too because I never said the band live. And well, it's so many fucking bands, good bands, and Mono. I love Mono.
Yeah.
And it's I really like to see and give a big hug to Paddy, and so everyone like to see, but it will not possible because the day we turn.
And apparently we're missing Huracan show too, right? Because you're playing on the 19th.
19th as well, yeah. So we
Yeah.
will give Paddy a hug for you then. We can.
Exactly.
All the hugs.
A hug and a beer, yeah. We can manage that, I'd say. Ivo,
And,
tell me about
yeah.
Sorry, Alfonso, go ahead.
Yeah, and all the bands I was like if
We saw them.
from Sweden I would
Yes.
I would like to see, but Ivo, tell me.
Yeah,
apart from the bands they told about, maybe see again Amen Ra because it's my kind of thing, and Godflesh because the last time I saw Godflesh live I was a bit sick and I got disappointed because they didn't play with a drummer, a real drummer. And it was in a festival like 1 kilometer away from my home. So
I'm loving your honesty, Ivo. I'm actually loving your honesty, man.
I'm very honest, yeah,
Right now,
sincere.
Listen,
I'm
right
Portuguese.
now,
I'm Portuguese, man. Yeah.
right now, all the expectations are on you as a
If
drummer.
they see this
Yeah, you
live
better be a
stream,
good drummer now.
I love you guys. Godflesh, I love you, but play with a real drummer, please. I love drums.
No pressure on you, Ivo, when it comes to it, man. We'd all be
No
front
pressure
and
at
center
all. Yeah,
watching. Brilliant. Yeah. Again, I know we're all mentioning we lost the sea. Like,
Yeah.
you can never.
I
get
got
sick.
nothing to lose, man.
You never get sick of seeing We Lost the Sea. You know, I saw him a few months ago, and I saw him at Dunk. The Dunk was the Departure Songs album, start to finish. I thought that couldn't be topped. And then I saw them maybe 6 months ago in London, and they played some of their newer material as well. Triumph and Disaster album, and it was even better again. They're just an amazing band live, guys. Whoever hasn't seen them are in for a treat. Like, my God. Geert, Christophe, tell me, lads, who are you looking forward to seeing?
I'm looking forward to Amen Ra for sure. So I watch you from far, and to all the other bands who are meeting here.
Yeah.
I think I would add Godflesh and Joe Quayle, because the first time we played Dunk, I believe Joe Quayle performed. She was coming up right after us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we still remember the encounter when we got. I don't know what she said. She said that was so intense.
It was intense.
Yeah.
Wow, that was intense.
Yeah, something like that. We all remember that moment. So I want to see her. Yeah, I think it was 2015. So it's also like a while ago.
Yeah.
Not to say that I follow her or something, but it's just a memory and association. So I want to see her.
Yeah. Again, I saw her last year at Dunk. Actually, she played in one of the stages. It's like a theater, you know. It's like a 3-tiered theater. It was something special as well. It was very, very. There wasn't a sound. Everybody was just appreciating and respecting the sounds that she makes. Unbelievable woman. Lads, what's the hardest part of being in an underground band? Lads, tell me very, very briefly, very quickly. What's the toughest part of it all? I'm going to go straight to Paddy. I'm putting pressure on you here every time with the first question.
Making no money. No, I'm only joking. I guess I think the hard part, it's like it's a romantic thing that is hard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like call it, you just have to work your socks off to just keep on, just to keep her lit and keep going. That's what, like, it's sad to see some bands just having enough of it and packing it in. Especially with this genre, you do see progression. Like for example, Indignu, they're like playing that more mainstream festival, or it's taking the small steps and until the goals come. You know what I mean? Take your points and the goals will come, kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I get you. I mean, Grace, Alfonso, and Ivo, you'd be thinking the same. Like, I mean,
we've been together for 19 years. The toughest part is to get something.
And there you go. I mean,
19 years.
That's incredible. Like, I mean, for a band to stay together that long, it is brilliant to see.
We're turning 20 next year, so it is really tough. It's tough.
Was it so tough to say that it may have finished at any stage, or were you strong all the way through?
Several times. There was a critical moment in 2020.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah.
It was critical for 2 days.
2 days.
But it was critical for 2 days, and then yeah, I started thinking.
But look, that was a bad time for everybody. Anyway, I suppose. Grace, wasn't it? I mean, everybody was fucking struggling there.
True. No, but it is tough. It's tough because, for us, in 20 years or 15 years, I joined in 2011, 10 maybe
2011, yeah,
12 years.
Okay.
So there was many graces happening, right? Like I've been in many personas. So no, it's true. And then I lived abroad. I lived for 8 years abroad, and to keep the band rolling, it was challenging.
Easy. Yeah.
But then, for us, Indignu, it's been like tiny steps, but always going up. So
that's good.
So it keeps you going, keeps you motivated. Like, okay, we're not going to die today.
But that's what's there, guys, isn't it? The motivation is still there. The hunger is still there to play. Like, I mean, if you love the music, you love playing.
We're still kids looking at music, like tearing up in concerts and getting goosebumps as we play. So it's still there. Yeah.
As long as that feeling and that emotion's there, the rest will look after itself, lads, won't it?
Yeah, big time.
And actually, I feel this because I'm in the band since the beginning.
Yeah, he's
19 years. Indignu, at the moment, I feel this. It's a more strong lineup. It's now and good because after 19 years, it is. It's the point, and actually, band play in new situations that if I and Grace broke the band in 3 years ago, will be happening.
Yeah, there's lots of things happening.
It's a good decision because we play again in the Dunk, a new album, and with a harmonic. Many those for me, five albums. I feel something new and good with Adeus, the last album. And it's good, grow and continue express feelings of the people.
I get you. I mean, like, everybody, is a bit of a cliche, obviously, and everybody would say our new album is our best album yet. But to be fair, guys, this, I think, without doubt, is your best work to date. Adieu is a beautiful album. I was only listening to it today driving from Kerry to Cork, which is a 2-hour journey roughly, and it was on repeat. It's a stunning album. Lads, Geert and Christophe, that's the same question to you. What do you find? How long are you a band, by the way? Huracan.
About 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
Wow. And what have you found toughest?
The toughest is having a day job to combine it with, because I think it's like you say, your latest album is the best, and you always have the feeling you're making progression, or at least you have stuff that you want to do differently and you want to do better and you want to change, and we can do this and this. But then you have that day job and you have the children, which I love, by the way. But it's like, I mean, there's not enough time in my life to keep pushing it up and up, but so it's somewhere between. I don't know, a hobby and stuff that I just want to do the whole day. But but it's just not possible. So it's staying there, like touring abroad. Like, I have to go away for a week. Can we do it? Yes. Christophe has time, but I don't have time because this and that. So it's always, that's the hardest part of not being a professional musician, I think.
It's a balancing act. It's a balancing act, Geert, isn't it? You know, I mean, you're trying to balance home and music. I suppose we're all experiencing that. Like well, bar me, obviously, but it must be tough, lads, to try and keep that momentum going, trying to keep a day job, taking time off, holidays, and then trying to save some holidays for family time, I'm guessing, as well, you know? Yeah, it's a credit to you all, lads.
But we maybe had one moment, like very early in the beginning, that was the discussion if we would continue or not. But I think the last 7 or 8 years, it's not an issue anymore. It's normal. Every week we come together, we rehearse when we think of the future.
Brilliant stuff. As I spoke about Indignu's album there, so this is the third track I want to play this evening. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor because I'm not going to try and pronounce the track. It's the second track from the album, right? I think it translates to devotion of the essence of being, something to that extent.
It is exactly that.
Is it? So do you want to introduce the track there for me, so guys, and save the embarrassment of pronunciation?
Oh,
Devolução da essência do ser.
Yes. Paddy, there was no hope I was going to say that. Not a hope. Right,
Except
guys.
for Portuguese people.
There you go. This is a fantastic track, guys. Have a listen to this and make your mind up, but it's brilliant. There you have it, another fucking amazing track live. I can only imagine how this is going to sound. I mean, it's a 14-minute track. You know, I suppose the big question is it going to be played?
Of course.
Yep.
Yes, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, we're playing a full album.
Oh, you're playing the album at you in full?
Not the first one, maybe.
Maybe not the first.
If we find the North piano.
Okay.
If you find a North
Because we're flying in, so it's tough with
It's tough, yeah.
Fine, yeah, but we're playing as much as we can of it.
Oh, that's great news. Brilliant news altogether. So obviously, like I asked the lads, the concept behind the album, I did a bit of research, so I know some bit about it, but the artwork is a Portuguese tile? Portuguese, yeah.
Portuguese time. I don't know if you visited Portugal before.
I have done, yeah. The obvious places, like, yeah.
Yeah, so it really represents, we have a word for that. It's called Portugalidade. It's like Portugueseness.
Okay.
It's, and it's, or Portugality.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it works. And it's, well, I don't know. The artwork is well, everything in the album was reporting us to a feeling, a Portuguese feeling called fado, especially in this track that you just played in the beginning of the track.
Mhm.
There's a guitar that's an electric guitar that sounds like a Portuguese guitar,
Mhm.
and the Portuguese guitar is the symbol or the totem of this feeling. It's like a cluster of emotions.
Okay.
That's fado, which represents melancholy and nostalgia and abandonment,
And the Portuguese
but
word,
also hope.
Portuguese word saudade.
Yeah, it
Saudade,
represents saudade. It's a Portuguese word.
emotionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead, Grace. Go ahead.
So the very visual symbol of this feeling is that Portuguese tile. So we
Okay.
decided to recreate the tile to convey that feeling.
Okay, like your music is made for Dunk, I think, I mean, it's like glorious post rock, these layers and textures and subtle sort of key changes, it's a beautiful thing. Like, and as I said, this album is definitely your best work to date, as far as I'm concerned. Now,
So
I know I
happy.
have the two guys' albums here, and I didn't have a third slot because I don't even have the album, because I'm hoping to get it at Dunk.
Great opportunity to send you, or
No, I'm going to get you to sign it when I'm at Dunk. That's what we're going to do.
Perfect.
We're going to get it signed, which will be fantastic. So, lads, what's your plans for the rest of the year? Take Dunk aside for a moment. What's ahead of you, Paddy? For I know you're touring with the lads, and so I watch it from afar. But other than that, we looked ahead.
Me and Dara come back from the tour. We've like I think it's 25 shows in 28 days with like 2 days off or something, which will be heavy, but it'll be good crack.
That's insane, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
3 days break in 20 in a whole month.
But then we come off that, and then we go straight into the studio to record our new record, like literally like 2 days later. So
have you it all written? Have you the material?
yeah, we've all written. It's the first time we've ever wrote a record on a laptop, and we've never played it live before. So we're just going in because Joel left the band. He wanted to pursue his folk project, Spouses.
Okay.
Check that out. We plug there.
Oh, name drop away. That's what it's all about.
It's great stuff. But me and Dara just wrote this record. Honestly, we wrote it in about 5 months. I had so many ideas on guitar, and he had loads of ideas on guitar, and I had loads of drum ideas and drum like grooves and stuff. And me and him just got into it. It was almost every night. We were demoing his house, demoing my house, and we wrote about maybe 16 songs, and then we just we decided on like 10 or 11.
Okay.
But it's completely different to the last record. Like there's glimpses of that record definitely, but it's very MD3 in ways, very synthy, but also stepping back into the past and keeping it like, I guess, interesting groove wise.
Okay. Are you keeping the brass, the horns, and everything
Oh,
else?
yeah.
Oh yeah. That's there. That's good. That's good.
But,
Interesting stuff, Paddy. Yeah, that sounds cool.
There'll be it's with the producer we're using the same guy, Tom from Alpha Male Tea Party. He recently done Simon Neil's from Biffy Clyro's new project as well.
All right.
Yeah, it's boss, but he's amazing. So we wanted to use him again. But definitely the whole record we've wrote, we've wrote everything we can. So it's just about me going in and acing the drums and getting it right. So it's definitely a more open book and more, I think it's definitely a more of a blank canvas. And we've got most of the structures of all songs, but we want to add everything to it. Like I'm hoping to get strings as well.
Okay.
Do
you want to have a chat?
Yeah, well, I've already met.
We already did.
Cool.
So look like backing tracks as well, but still, I guess it's because we were writing as a two-piece rather than we always used to write traditionally in the room.
Yeah.
Now it's just me and Dara on a laptop. But
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to the next. We go into the studio for 14 days. So
Okay.
there's a new studio in Southport outside Liverpool. It's an old church that was converted into a studio.
Oh, nice, nice.
So,
So when is it going to see the light of day, Paddy? The album itself, do you think? Are we talking next year anyway? Early next year?
we were hoping to get it out September, October this year, but Tom, the producer, his dad was unwell, so we had to
Okay.
push it back like a lot of months, like maybe 2 or 3 months there. But just because of Pelagic's schedule, we're looking at a March release next year.
Okay. It's great. Something to look forward to, Paddy. Something to look forward to. How
Yeah.
about yourselves, Evo, Grace, and Alfonso? I know you've just dropped the album, November? So obviously there's not an album coming this year or next year, is there?
So
No.
this year, no.
No, not
Then
probably not next year either. I don't know. Maybe we're
yeah,
we never know.
for next year, 2024, band is 20 years.
Yeah, there's
on
going to be
the
some-
road. It's 5 records, and we will try make something different. And for now, it's playing live Adeus. Okay,
Yeah.
it's important for us. And next year, because every Indignu records, only Adeus, not Adeus, but sold out. And maybe you can try a reedition.
Remaster or some kind.
Yeah, yeah. And re-released them, reissued them, remastered possibly, as a...
celebrate the 20 years with the live concert, and who knows what
There you
it's
go.
special. Imagine gathering everybody. The project, it's like a collective of artists and musicians who for 20 years, there's been a lot of people taking part in the project.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about something really maybe ambitious, which is to put everyone together and just...
You have to think big, Grace, don't you? You have to think big.
I
Even after 20 years, keep thinking
I
big,
think
man.
so.
Yeah, exactly. Geert and Christophe, lads, what's the story with you for the rest of this year and maybe even into next year?
Well, I think we have 2 smaller summer festivals we're going to play. And then for the rest, I think we're going to be working on new songs. We have 1 new song we will probably be playing at Dunk Festival. There's still
Nice.
some doubt here, but
I seen that. I seen the nodding of the head. Yeah, Geert, let it go, man. Just let it play.
Yeah, we still need some pieces of the puzzle still need to align, but yeah, it would be
I
nice to play
said
something new.
probably, so who knows? Yeah.
I think new songs is probably the thing that we will.
Mostly
That's what we will be doing this year, because we also released a record in November last year.
Okay.
So
yeah.
yeah, so we have 2 new songs now, and I hope by the end of the year. We're not
Excellent.
really that fast writers. Like in 5 months, a whole record, that won't be happening.
It's all about quality over
But
quantity.
maybe
isn't it?
by the
Yeah.
end of the year, we'll have 7 songs or 8 songs, and we'll see what happens in 2024.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Guys, I sent you on 3 questions there. I hope I sent you all on the 3 questions. I think I did.
Yeah.
Just for a bit of fun, just to throw them out there to you. Again, poor Paddy is going to be first off. Paddy, what track would you love to do a cover version of as a birdie? Let's see your own interpretation of it. Give me a name of the track. Have you thought about covers before?
Yeah, wait. Funny you say this. My favorite song, or one of my favorite songs, is "Boys of Summer" by Don Henley. Like, I love that song. Like, it's my whenever I get really drunk, I sing that song. And like, but on our last tour, we actually done an instrumental version of that
Did you?
song, which was amazing. It was such fun.
Now I'm going to ask, why did it have to be instrumental, Paddy, seeing as you were singing it?
I know I should have just got my
You just
hammered every
fucking done it, yeah.
But apart from that one we did, which I'd love to have the time to revisit that and do it again. I would love to do like The Cure, Just Like Heaven, or something like that.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great answers, Paddy. Great answers. Grace, Evo, and Alfonso, you can come as a group together, give you an answer, or individually, whatever you all, your own preferences and tastes, I'm assuming.
Okay, it's every people and the preference. For me, it's I would like to one day write a interpretation of Carlos Paredes. It's a Portuguese guitar, not hero but the god. Portuguese. It's a nostalgia and a Portuguese feeling.
Okay.
Verdejanos, name of Green Earth, the name of the track that I will love make a cover, and that's it for me.
Great. Send me on that track actually again after
Okay,
Alfonso. Send me a link to
okay.
that. Brilliant. Grace, drop a name.
I can't. I don't know. I've been thinking about this, and it changes every time I think about the question.
Okay.
But there is a track that's been in my mind, and I've already arranged a few strings for it. Actually, I've orchestrated the whole thing, and it's Connection by Jambi Knight, and it's been there for a while.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's been there. I haven't ever said this out loud. It just came out now. I don't know. Yeah, but this is
We're all
because-
for exclusives.
Yeah, and it keeps changing. Seriously, I listen to a lot of desert blues. I listen to so many. I don't know. Like I'm a big fan of this new, recently released by Blue Note jazz album by Selah, the Fugitive Ritual. I'm obsessed with that song. So maybe that one. I don't know.
Great. Thanks, Grace. Good answers again. Ivo, you drop it. He's
We're
muted.
not. You're
Yeah.
muted.
You're mute.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah.
Like I was saying, I don't know because I'm always listening to different things, but at the moment I'm really into Toe, the Japanese band. So maybe a song from them, maybe. Yeah,
Oh, nice. Great stuff.
in digging the stuff. Yeah.
Brilliant. And the lads, Geert and Christophe, individually, lads, you can answer away.
It's a song that Thijs and I, the drummer, we know each other very long. That keeps popping up is a song by Fate No More called Surprise Your Dad.
Great track.
It's very fast and with a lot of tempo changes, and that's what we like.
It does suit you. It suits you, yeah. It does
And
suit you.
we did one cover, and that was by Monster Magnet, Ego the Living Planet.
Okay.
So I think sometimes other songs come up, but if there would be a one line, it would be the Surprise Your Dad by Fate No More.
Brilliant. Christophe, what about yourself? Have you something in mind?
Well, we had been thinking in the past to cover Islands by Heather Nova.
Okay.
Make it into some sort of darker, rougher version of it. Something like that. Yeah.
Give it a Huracan touch.
Yes.
Nice. Very good. Second question, guys. What movie or series would you like to see your music appear on? Paddy, we'll kick off by. Are you a big movie buff?
I binge watched Stranger Things recently.
Okay.
Well, not recently, about a year ago, but
Yeah.
I did binge watch it. But something like that, or I recently found out. Do you know the Afterlife?
Yeah,
The-
brilliant show.
Yeah.
Lost to
Um,
see. We're famous from
That's
that.
right. That's
So-
right.
Dara, our guitar player, read an article this week that Ricky Gervais picked all the post-rock bands. Like he handpicked them all. He's a big post-rock fan.
Did himself. Wow.
So
Yeah.
something like that, or something. Yeah, I quite like a documentary or something. But that's something I would love to actually achieve, is do something like that.
Would you? Yeah, it seems to be a big thing again for people in the post scene, musicians within the post scene. They're so varied and talented like that. They do like to score music, or sorry, films. There seems to be a pattern here when I ask this question. Grace, Alfonso, and Ivo, sorry, what's your take on all that?
Twin Peaks. It's the first.
Would be great.
Just say that. Yeah.
The first thing that, but in my head,
Yeah.
I think with my music, our music in the
Yeah.
movie. Also.
I would love to see my music in that huge wave scene in Interstellar.
Yes. Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
It would be
An
just
incredible moment. An
Yeah.
incredible moment. Yeah. It really
why
is.
not? I mean, why not?
As we said earlier, think big, Grace. You're spot on. You're
Right.
spot on. Ivo, have you anything in mind?
Yeah. I thought about Afterlife too.
Yeah.
But since he said it, maybe our fourth music, the I don't know my own music. How's it called? The fourth music?
Urge decifrar no céu.
The fourth song?
Yeah,
Urge.
Where would you want it?
it is us. Yeah,
Urge.
maybe on a scene of Sopranos, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Ah,
Brilliant. Brilliant.
The ending scene.
Yeah, the ending scene. Yeah.
Yeah, think big.
Exactly. Again, Geert, we're thinking big tonight, that's for sure. Brilliant. Brilliant, Evo. Geert, Christophe, lads, finish that off as well. Same question to you.
I just asked, took a copy paste of your questions and put them in our WhatsApp group.
Oh,
And
yeah.
some ideas came up, and what I liked most was Fargo. I don't know if you know Fargo.
I love Fargo, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a bit funny, but also a bit aggressive.
It's out there,
And
yeah.
it's nice, very nice to look at. So I think it suits our music.
Great
That's
stuff.
what I would think.
Very nice. Christophe, are you in agreement with that one?
Yes, I agree. But I was also thinking about Stranger Things, which I have also been binge watching, like Patrick. And
Yeah.
maybe Peaky Blinders or something would be nice.
That would be good as well. Gee, some great answers, guys. Hopefully, somebody somewhere is watching these and is going to think about asking you, lads. Let's hope so.
Yes.
Last question, guys. Name a bucket list band that you'd like to play support act to, or guest support, whatever you want to call it, guest or support. Paddy, we're going to go with you, man.
Kings of Leon, definitely. Kings of Leon are like Bruce Springsteen.
Again, we're
something
continuing to think big. I fucking love it.
Yeah, or I mean, realistically, I would love to get that Explosion in the Sky tour support in November, but I don't think that's going to happen. But no, definitely, I would love to like experience like a Slaying Castle
Yeah.
post rock show, like, or
Where you can't see the end of the crowd. Yeah, it just goes into infinity.
yeah.
Yeah.
I read recently that your man Aiken Promotions in Dublin, whenever he brought Bruce Springsteen over for that show, it was on like a cafe date, like handshake. Like they got a handshake deal. Like
Mad, isn't it? I know.
Like 90,000, was it 90,000 people?
Yeah, between 80 and 90,000 would have managed slaying. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, I do like a bit of Kings of Leon from time to time. Yeah,
Kings of Leon for sure. Definitely.
nice one. Indignu gang, individually or as a group, what do you think?
well, for me,
Well, as a group, for sure, we would love to open for Sigur Rós because it's been like the atmosphere and the language really it resonates, and it's the band that introduced me to the genre. So I think it's
great call.
I was a kid, so it's special for me.
yeah,
But individually,
I already opening to Enzo Watch from afar, and I love the guys and amazing guys.
Yeah,
And a band that I dream opening and already made the play with them. But God is an Astro Indigno. It's a band that I like so much too, and already opening for God is an Astro. So,
we did, yeah.
so I would like to play with Mono.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. I'd like that too.
Yeah.
But there you go, Alfonso. The names you're dropping here, you're actually going to be there at the same
I
festival.
know.
So I mean, like, you're almost there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One more dream complaint.
Exactly. Evo, have you thought about this one?
Maybe two choices. The first one, Godspeed, and the second, and most importantly, the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Because they were always my idols. So yeah, and that's a huge show. So I imagine partying all night long with those guys. That's my dream. It's
Great
not
answers.
playing, it's partying the on the after show. Yeah,
It's the bigger experience, Evo.
Yeah.
Chalk it down. Geert and Christophe again, lads. Last words to yourselves.
Yeah, well, I think we're a bit more on the metal side. So the bands that I would like to play to open up for is for me it's Mastodon and Tool. I would say I like those bands very much.
I totally agree on that one.
You finally agreed, Christophe. Yeah, and something
Finally,
the
yeah.
same answer. Yeah,
After 10 years. Okay.
two great bands, though. In fairness, yeah. Whatever people make it the latest Tool album or last Tool album.
Yeah, well, yeah. Or the latest Mastodon album, but whatever.
Yeah, you have to see one thing. Let me show you.
Whoa.
Yeah. Sorry.
I feel a tattoo coming up, or
Yeah. Look.
Oh, Blood Mountain.
That's
Nice.
the
one.
Blood Mountain.
Blood
Yes.
Mountain is
Yeah.
the album that got me into Mastodon. I think still
Me
think it's the
too.
best album.
Me too, yeah.
It's their best.
Yeah.
It is their best album as well. I have to agree with you there, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
We
Yeah.
got
What a way to finish it, Evo. Thanks, man. Thanks for
Yeah.
that.
No worries, man.
We all
Great
got a bit
touch.
worried for a second there. I thought that this show would have to go after 9
I
p.m.
thought we all had to strip.
Yeah.
Those days are gone, Grace. Jesus, not a whole. So lads, come here. Again, a big, huge thank you. So look, that's it. Thanks to all of you for coming on the show. Paddy, Grace, Alfonso, Evo, Geert, and Christophe. You're all amazing, guys. Your bands are Buried at Sea, Huracan, Indignu, and anybody who's going to Dunk. Jesus, do not miss any of these shows. Anyway, that's all I can say. Don't miss these, and you won't, because you know their music speaks for itself. Listen to them on Bandcamp and Spotify before you go as you're traveling lads abroad and wherever you're coming from. Listen to these albums and then witness them live. It's going to be something really special. Yeah, I'll be seeing you all in a few weeks' time. I can't wait to share a drink with you all. And,
Yeah. Love to do that.
Looking
and have a
forward.
chat.
Do you guys
So
mind if I take a snapshot of this?
I'll do a course.
Okay, so bye-bye. Say hello.
Cheers.
Hello.
Hey.
Thank you.
That's great. Thanks so much, folks. See you all in a couple of weeks.
You.
Thank you.
There, Pat.
Thank
Bye.
you. There you have it, guys. That is the three bands, as I mentioned. A Buried at Sea, Huracan, and Indignu. See you all at Dunk, and see you all in a couple of weeks' time. Take care.